Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's the end of the day. You know me. I come out here at the end of the day, get my thoughts together, reflect on the day. Today was an incredible day. To hear my quarterback talking and seeing that interview was inspiring because it felt like he was talking to me. I know this sounds crazy, but guys, what I tell you about whenever I come out here. The reason I come here at the end of the day is to reflect on today that was, to realize that this day is gone. And did I do as much as I can today to be a better person, to be a good citizen, look out for others, and be the best person I can be? And in essence, that's the same thing that Dak Prescott said. To see that press conference, to know that come Friday, our team will be on the field in pads and practicing, it's huge. It's uplifting to think that we got a good chance in a little over a month to be playing and watching football. For me, it's fantastic. So while we did a live stream during that press conference, which was great. Had a lot of great fans and stuff in there. We had all these Eagles in there trolling, so I was working on a video to tell them to just shut up. I'm sick and tired of you one-hit wonders messing with us. And I just finished it. I'm working on editing and everything else, and then boom, comes across that Everson Griffin signs with the Dallas Cowboys for a one-year deal, $6 million. This defensive line, some of the guys are older, Gerald McCoy, Dontari Poe, Tyrone Crawford, and Emerson are, they're getting up there in age, but they still have miles left on the tread. And their experience, Everson Griffin, 8 sacks last year. Defensive end that can play defensive tackle. The rotation that you're going to be able to have. You don't know exactly how much Aldon Smith's going to have after 4 years. He's going to have some rust. Tyrone Crawford, double hip surgery. I hate to say it, but Tyrone Crawford may get caught in this numbers game. Because as you start looking at all of the guys that we have on this defensive line, that somebody between Tyrone Crawford, Tristan Hill, Antoine Woods, one of those guys probably isn't going to make it because you have so many studs that are on this team. I know a lot of people are still saying, oh, you need a safety, man. We're a safety away. No, I got to tell you, when you have a defensive line, when you can put pressure on the quarterback, when that quarterback can't feel comfortable in that pocket, when he can't step up, it makes all the difference in the world. I've said this over and over and over again. Right now, we probably have the most complete defensive line in front seven that we've had since the 90s. That is a fact. We've had DeMarcus, Ware, who's great. We had the 1 year, DeMarcus Ware, 6 sacks. You had Jason Hatcher have like 11 sacks and things like that. That was great. But you didn't have the pressure constantly up the middle. Because what happens is this. Last year, Robert Quinn, great upfield. 11 and a half sacks. Incredible in 14 games. D-Law was pretty good in the run. Didn't get that many sacks. But those guys are up the field. Well, here's the problem. If you cannot get equal pressure, it's kind of like special teams when you run down the field. If you have 2 guys in the same area, it leaves a gap. And that's where the runner's going to go and probably make a big return. It's the same thing on the defensive line. If your defensive ends or outside linebackers are crashing upfield, but you don't have equal pressure coming up the middle, then the quarterback can just step up. That just washes past them. And now I've got a clear field of vision. I've got time now that I can see who's going to come open or I can take off. We have not had that guy in the middle since Leon Lett. Leon Lett, who's now the defensive line coach. I have been begging, been pleading, been praying that we could get a defensive line like we have on our offensive line. Understand, our offense works because we have a great offensive line that's negating what the defensive lines can do. So every action, there's a reaction. If we have a great defensive line that can offset the other team's offensive line, it makes those guys in the back that much better. And when you now look at the defense and that front seven, we already had a really good linebacking crew. If Van Der Esch's shoulder is healed, and Jalen Smith being able to chase with that speed from the backside, having now Mike Nolan, who is going to let the dogs loose, go from a bend don't break mentality to I'm coming after your ass. We're going to get after you. We're not going to let you get comfortable back there. You're going to see some good things happen with this defense. First thing I'm going to say that you're going to see is you're going to see more turnovers. That quarterback is going to be back there trying to pass and get in his motion, and you're going to see hands swatting. You're going to see quarterbacks getting happy feet that are trying to get rid of the ball before they want to, and they're not going to see that corner coming across or that safety that's going to pick off the ball. You're going to see that defensive line being able to stand up the offensive lineman, and when that running back is coming through, he's running in the back of his offensive line. He's going to be caught in those muddles, and that ball is going to get knocked out because one guy's standing him up, the other guys are cleaning him up and are going to get that football. And takeaways are game changers. This, my friends, is huge. This tells me that the Dallas Cowboys right now have a sense of urgency, that they are literally pushing all of the chips in to win right now. Jerry Jones realizes, hey, I'm not a spring chicken. The time is now. And you can look at the philosophy changing in Dallas, where the Cowboys haven't believed in getting free agents, that now they realize, okay, we need some extra help. The Cowboys, who used to hire from within, nepotism, so to speak, now realize, okay, we need to get a football guy who can put together a staff of not a former Dallas Cowboy coaches or players, but people who have experience from around. And now you're seeing the Cowboys signing older players that they can use to get other players. By signing Griffin to a one-year deal, $6 million, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If he doesn't play well, it's a $6 million investment versus 21 for D-Law. If he does play really well, you get one or two options, and both of them are good for you. He plays really well, and you pay him because he's really, really good, or he plays well, and he signs someplace else, and you get a compensatory pick in return. New England has been living off of that for years, and that's one of the reasons why they are always good, because they are always able to get new talent to replace them. They win the Super Bowl and turn around and have 12 draft picks. Last year, they had 12 draft picks. The Dallas Cowboys, this draft coming up, will have 4 compensatory picks because of players leaving. This is a win-win situation. Not much that you're risking, but possibly a lot coming back. And this, my friends, is the way a football organization is supposed to be run. I'm excited. I've said all along, from the time we let go of Jason Garrett, it felt like the skies were parting. Those dark clouds were going away. And all of a sudden, it felt totally different. And to know that the Dallas Cowboys have not only been able to add Gerald McCoy, who seems rejuvenated, who has gotten himself into a young man's body again, who can't wait to play in prime time, to get a Dontari Poe, to get an Aldon Smith basically for a ham sandwich. And again, another guy, low risk, high reward. And now, put Everson Griffin in there? Dog, this is huge. If you're a Cowboy fan, you got to be excited as can be. This is a new day. And this team is laser focused. And how you know that they're laser focused? The fact that they came up with the idea of saying, we're going to protect ourselves. We're going to self-quarantine. We're going to stay at the Omni where we don't even have to go outside to go to work. This is a team that is focused on winning in football only. And I'm not sure it's been that way in Dallas for a long time. All right, it's been a long day. I had two live streams. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll probably do a live stream somewhere. I don't know where we'll be. Either working out on the field or working here at the house or whatever. We'll be live streaming. So any super chats that we get between now and Friday, or on the Friday live stream, will be added to our drawing. We're going to be doing the drawing for the Dak Prescott shirt. So I appreciate all that you guys do. The proceeds of that are going to more upgrades for the studio. We've done a couple things already that have been really, really nice for the effects and stuff on it. And there's a couple other things that I could really do to start turning this into a professional studio. And I can't thank you guys enough for all that you do. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, shout out to all you great fans. And I'll see you first thing in the morning.